I want to quickly talk to you about a game changer personal loan from First Republic Bank. Maximum loan limit, $250,000, $250,000. And this is a loan that opens up to all kinds of credit profiles. If you have bad credit or fair credit, you can still qualify. $250,000, First Republic Bank. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you are to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a superb personal loan from First Republic Bank. Maximum loan amount, $250,000, no personal guarantee, no collateral needed. And if you have bad credit or a fair credit, you can still qualify, no problem. Before I get into the actual nitty-gritty, please understand that this video is purely educational, purely informational. We're not getting any cash from First Republic Bank. We have no affiliation, no relationship with them. This video is purely to help you guys out, okay? We have done research and we want to share the research with our viewers. So what about the loan facts? So you can see on the screen here that this loan is an unsecured loan. It can be a co-sign loan. It can be a debt consolidation loan or a personal line of credit. It depends on how you set it up. The amount oscillates from $60,000 to $250,000. Okay, the APR goes from 8.95% to 17.80%. There are no fees. The term up to 7 years, and the time to funding 2 to 4 days. Fantastic, and there are no extra conditions. So the cool thing we love about this loan is that you can actually structure it as a personal unsecured loan or line of credit. You have a streamlined application process. You have immediate access to funds upon approval. This is wonderful because the First Republic Bank, they've done things, First Republic Bank, they have done things so innovatively that once you get approved, you get your cash within a few hours, which is not always the case if you think about big banks, right? And you have a convenient online and mobile banking service. And one thing I want to say here is that the variable interest rate is based on the prime rate as published in the Wall Street Journal, plus a spread. Of course, First Republic, they need to eat their pizza, right? They need to make some money. And you have a fast approval time based on credit, net worth, liquidity, and debt to income. This is important. I'll be speaking about those things later on, but it's important to have liquidity. In other words, even if you have a bad FICO, if you have fair FICO, you got to have some liquidity. In other words, if you have a skinny credit score, you better have a fat checking account or a fat savings account. This is very important. You need to sort of counterbalance the quote unquote the negative that comes from the bad credit score with the positive that comes from your fat checking accounts or savings account. Let me quickly talk to you now about this lender, folks. Again, to contextualize today's conversation, I am talking to you about a game changer personal loan from a First Republic Bank. $250,000. Low credit is okay. Fair credit is okay. And the minimum loan amount is $60K. This is the kind of loan you go for when you have a big purchase, okay? We're talking here about the big enchilada, the big stuff, not the teeny-weeny yellow polka dot bikini loans that you need. No. You need to go for the big things, okay? And let's talk about this lender here. The lender is the First Republic Bank, and we love the fact that First Republic, this bank has been around for the last 35 to 40 years, okay? And the First Republic and its subsidiaries offer private banking, private business banking, and private wealth management, including investment, trust, and brokerage services. And even though they are actually, and the good thing here is that they are actually publicly traded. So they have the ticker symbol FRC. If you need them, fantastic, okay? And what we like about this bank is that they not only offer a constellation of great products and services, they also have excellent customer service. They actually offer customer service via the phone 7 days a week, 24/7, 365 days a year. They offer a variety of CD terms. They offer unlimited ATM refunds for one of their checking accounts. There are a few things they need to work on. Even though they do have great interest rates, you need to have a massive balance. They require higher minimum balance to avoid the fees. You can earn higher rates elsewhere. Here, I'm talking about their banking products, not their loans or credit cards. But in terms of loans, they are good. They have priced their loans competitively, so that's fantastic. Let me ask you a few questions here. Big decision time. Do you currently have a personal loan account with another bank that you want to consolidate? Would you entertain the idea of having consolidating all your loans and credit card balances with the First Republic Bank? Think about that. This could be pretty interesting. Why? Because the APR is not really that bad. The APR oscillates between 8.95% and 17.80%. This is really good if you think about it, right? So after evaluating this lender on tens of criteria, including loan variety, loan amount, generosity, the cost, the reputation, and the customer service, we assign First Republic Bank a score of 8.5 over 10. I want to talk to you now about eligibility criteria. Folks, in this show, I am sharing with you a massive game changer personal loan from First Republic Bank. Minimum loan amount $60,000. Maximum loan amount $250,000. Low credit is okay. Fair credit is okay. So this is the kind of loan you go for if you have something massive to do. Okay. And so when we talk about eligibility criteria, we have to sort of streamline the kind of personal lending products we're speaking about. So you can see on the screen here, the First Republic personal lending products. So they have an Eagle Gold loan. They have the professional loan and they have the personal line of credit. So with the Eagle Gold loan from First Republic, you can enjoy a quick, simple, and reliable source of cash when you need it. For a professional loan from First Republic, you will work with an experienced banker to create a specifically tailored loan to fit your individual needs for capital and partnership requirements. And for a personal loan, a personal line of credit, you can refinance your debt, including student loans, home expenses, and car loans, and fund your goals all at once with a low fee rate, with a low fixed rate. What I want to do here is that when we talk about the eligibility criteria are the same for the Eagle Gold loan and the personal line of credit. So you got to be 18, at least 18 or 21, depending where you live. You got to have a low debt to income ratio. What they want is they're looking for a debt to income ratio of 35% or less, and they're looking for employment. So you got to have a paycheck, and the minimum income they're asking is $2,000, between $2,000 and $3,000 gross per month. Okay, so we're looking at 36. We're looking at $24,000 to $40,000 a year, depending on where you live. Okay, so the requirements are analogous for both the Eagle Gold and the personal line of credit. Now, for the professional loans, they would want you, in addition to the income, the liquidity situation, and in terms of they also want to make sure you have a profession, because this is a professional loan. So you got to be a lawyer or a dentist or a doctor, a physician, whatever it is. Even if you're an e-commerce seller, that qualifies too. However, they would want you to have the licenses and permits that are needed in your industry. So you need to show proof of that. And you also have to be in business for at least 18 months. In some cases, we've seen First Republic approve folks who have been in operation for less than 12 months. Okay, so that's good to know. I want to talk to you now about the use of loan proceeds, folks. And what do you need the cash for? So the money you're going to get from a First Republic. Again, I'm speaking to you about a massive personal loan from First Republic Bank. We are speaking about a loan which ranges from whose amount ranges from $60,000 all the way to $250,000, right? And so you basically, so you can use actually the money you get from First Republic, you can use it for a constellation of things. Okay, you can use it for large amounts. Actually, based on the amounts we're talking about here, 60 grand to 250 grand, you can only use the money for something big, right? I mean, it's not every day that you have to wake up and just say, I want to borrow 60K. No, So this is, as I said earlier, this loan is really for the big enchilada of your life. So you can use the money for debt consolidation. You can use the money for a home remodeling, from moving cost. Let me ask you a question. Are you moving in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months, in the next year? Think about it. This is a big decision time, because this is the kind of loan you want to go after if you know that you have a moving decision coming up, right? So if you're doing this, if you're going to move out because of work or because of love or because of any other situation, you know you're moving in the next say what, 3 months, 6 months, then you might want to put this loan. You want to bookmark this video and sort of come back to it, or go to First Republic's website and bookmark that page, so that when you're ready, you can apply, right? Because you're going to need a lot of cash if you're moving out. You can also use the money for emergency expenses. God forbid something happens and people end up in hospital and insurance is not covering everything or whatever. So you can use it also to buy appliances, large appliances. As a matter of fact, you can use this cash, even though it's called a personal loan, you can use it as a professional loan. You can use it as a business loan also. Okay, you can use part of the money for vehicle financing, for wedding expenses, for vacation cost. I mean, you wouldn't need a $60K for a vacation, but you understand the point. My point here is that it's a large amount, so you just don't apply for that kind of loan on a whim. You got to think about it. You have to make sure that you can pay it back, right? Because you're looking at 6 to 7 years of maturity date. The loan term is up to 7 years. So, but if the higher the amount, the higher the loan amount, the higher the repayment amounts also, right? So think about that. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still having a conversation with you about a massive personal loan from First Republic Bank. We're looking at a loan whose range is $60,000 all the way to $250,000, okay? And low credit, fair credit, you are welcome, no problem. What is the evidence needed for this loan? This is a huge loan, so the evidence are kind of important. The evidence are consequential too. The first thing I want to say is, on the loan application, you want to specify everything that needs to be specified. In other words, you want to input your name, your first name, your last name, your address, your social security number. You want to input your employment data, where you work, how long you've been working at that company, right? So seniority in the company. You want to put your income. If you have other sources of income, you want to specify that. Very quintessential that you give the full picture of your financial situation to First Republic Bank's loan underwriters, and you want to specify whether you are co-borrowing or co-signing, and also if you have other personal debt, you want to specify that, and also mention the creditors, so that First Republic Bank can have an idea, can have a bird's eye view of the situation you have, your personal situation and your liquidity situation. You want to actually also have you want to attach your financial statements, okay, and your bank statements. Very important. You want to do this for the last 3 years, for the last 3 months rather. For the last 3 years, you want to input your income tax return data, your 1040 or your 1040, yeah. And most importantly, you want to also add your W-2s, your 1099s, all kinds of information that can help First Republic Bank have a clear idea of how much you're making. And don't forget, I said it before, when we talk about financial statements, we are referring to balance sheets, income statements, and cash flow statements. Usually you have at First Republic Bank, they have something called your personal financial statements, your PFS, which is just a combo of your balance sheet, your income statements, and your cash flow statements. Now let me talk to you about how to apply, folks. So basically we're going to have a conversation now. The thing here is that in this show, folks, I am speaking to you about a massive personal loan from First Republic Bank, we are looking at a maximum loan amount of $250,000, minimum $60,000. Okay, and do you have bad credit? Do you have fair credit? Don't panic. They will accept you. They will review your application. No problem. The thing with First Republic Bank is you cannot apply online, which is better anyway. We love it when viewers actually go to a branch or speak to someone over the phone or over Zoom, whatever it is, and have a conversation about the loan they are about to get. Because online, everything is taken care of algorithmically, and sometimes it produces a lot of bad consequences for prospective applicants. So the consequence, the painful consequence is a bevy of hard pulls, and that those hard pulls just make people's FICO lose weight. So with the First Republic Bank, you can call them. So they have relationship managers, what they call RMs, and they will work with you. So if you're ready, you have to call 1-888-408-0288. Okay, so you call that. The number again is 1-888-402-0288, or you can have them contact you. And if you want that, you can see on the screen here. You got to go to First Republic Bank, and you have to go to the Contact Us. Click on the Contact Us, and then you see the first screenshot here. So you have to put your name, your last name, your first name, your zip code, and they want to know whether you are a First Republic client. If not, just say it. And you have to put a number or an email where you want it to be contacted. Okay, so you put your email on the second screenshot here. You can see you have to put your email address and all that kind of stuff. You have to put the date. So you want to put the date where you just have to specify the time that is good for you. And if there are any details, anything you want to input in the box there, just put it there and just click send contact information. One thing I want to say here is that you want to get organized before they call you. Remember, this is a consequential loan. It's not a small, tiny loan. It's a big loan. So be very careful. You want to have your pay stubs ready, your employment information, your 1099s, right? And you want to explain the use of loan proceeds. Very important. You can also, if you have time and if you are lucky to live in the vicinity of a First Republic brick and mortar branch, you can find an office near you. You can see on the screen here where First Republic Bank's locations are, and you should be fine. Now, let me give you a few pro tips, folks. And of course, how do you get this game changer, this mega personal loan from First Republic Bank? Maximum loan amount $250,000, minimum $60K, low credit, okay, bad credit, okay, fair credit, okay. How do you get that? Let me give you a few pro tips. The very first pro tip I need to explain to you is that you got to have a relationship with the First Republic Bank. By relationship, I mean you need to have, because if you remember, those who are going to call you, the bankers who are going to call you, they're called relationship managers, okay? So they manage relationships. So you want to have a relationship with the First Republic Bank. You want to open a checking account. You want to open a savings account. At least those two. If you're trying to get that loan and you have bad or fair credit, you need to give First Republic an incentive to approve the loan to approve your loan. Okay, so you also want to do that. If you are interested in opening an investment account, go ahead and do it. They also have a retirement account, such as IRAs, for example. They have CDs. They have money market accounts. They have those short-term or medium-term savings products. So check them out. Check those out, okay? And you want to demonstrate sufficient cash flow. As I was telling you earlier, it's important for them to make sure that, of course, they're not asking you to have as disposable income the loan amount you're asking for. For example, if you're applying for $60K, they're not asking you to have $60,000 in the bank, because if you did, why would you want to get a loan? But they want to see something. They want to see 10 grand. They want to see 7 grand, 8 grand. If you have at least a history of a solid income coming in, and you have at least a 10 to 20% of the loan amount that you are asking for as just pure cash sitting in the bank, this is great. Now this is a big decision time here. Big decision time. Let me ask you a question. Do you think you can qualify for a loan at First Republic Bank after all the tips and guidance I gave you? Do you think so? Okay. If you don't think so, it's okay. Why? Because you need to understand that every lender is different. So if you don't qualify with a loan from First Republic Bank, there are gazillions banks out there who would love your business. So don't panic. Don't be despaired. Everything is possible. You can certainly get the loan you need if you know how to plan properly. Okay. Thank you, folks, for your attention in today's conversation. I was quickly speaking to you about a massive personal loan from First Republic Bank, and I actually gave you an overview, the loan facts, the lender at a glance, the eligibility criteria, the use of loan proceeds, the evidence needed, how you can apply, and pro tips. Thank you so much for your attention again. I will speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.